forbid you to love me as you do, but I wish you.
Hi everybody. So a lot of brides these days want to incorporate their bridal colors into their makeup as well. They want to take their bouquet colors, they want to take their and put it onto their shoes. They want to take their bridesmaids colors and incorporate the whole scheme throughout. They want a theme. They want a concept of everything they've ever loved. Now this is based on a look that was sent to me from another artist, and it's just a very bold sort of neon. It could have been done with sleek matte rainbow or sleek matte neon shadows. A lot of people these days don't want to go with the typical coppery glowy bride or the sun-kissed bride or the taupey bride. Everybody wants their own thing these days. And for me, in doing this, I wanted to give the brides out there who want colorful looks sort of a what's to become a period piece in the future. In the 1950s, we saw the short, sort of large skirts, and we remember, you know, Edith had designed that dress, and Sophia Loren wore it, and in the future, our grandkids will be looking at our photos and going, well, my grandmother looked so pretty, and that's what they looked like back then, that's what they wore, and it's going to be a period to remember. So I definitely wanted to make it that and still keep it fresh and beautiful. So I hope that you enjoy this look, and thank you so much for watching. Swirling all three shades together. Now for the arch of the brow bone, I'm taking 351. We're just going to soften the arch of the brow bone. I'm going to go ahead and take 112R. I'm going to take the lightest shade. I'm just taking this in the outer corner. Just going to continue grabbing that shade through the crease. Now taking the outer corner of 112R. So for the eyelids, I'm taking 362, a bright but light vivid matte pink. And it's kind of a satin matte at that. And I'm taking this from the eyelid all the way from the back to the front. And then stopping right before I top off the entire eyelid and a little into the crease as well. That way when we open our eyes, we can still see the color. This Flame Point from Sugar Pill. If you'd rather go with an orange from Inglot, or you'd rather just work this look with Sugar Pill, you can. You just won't have any neutrals because Sugar Pill doesn't make any. I love Sugar Pill, but I actually like to see what they could do with a neutral. For the lower lash line, I took Inglot Soft Precision Eyeliner in 31. I'm going to go ahead and take 362 Matte, which is this light bright pink, and I'm going to pat some of this pretty pink color over the top of the white. And take 57, which is this kind of a dupe of Sugar Pill's Butter Cupcake. I like this one a lot too though, because it's a little softer in the tone. 73, which is sort of a purpley shimmery color. It's got a lot of warmth to it, so I think it'll work with the orange and the matte pink. And then I just kind of diffuse the colors in the crease with 112R so that they kind of go back to the neutral base we started with, so this doesn't look like too crazy a rainbow look. I'm going to put this in the arch of the brow bone. I don't think it'll look too metallic-y because it's very sheer and has no base tone to it. So I'm just going to be doing a very thin line at the base of the lash line with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Gel Liner in the shade Black. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara, and I'm just applying a little thicker than usual because I don't think this mascara clumps too bad. My first one actually clumped more. Maybe that's because this mascara really only lasts about a month and a half. When I went to my sister's wedding in Idaho, I was very sort of like, what lash do I pick for wedding? A lot of the lashes by Red Cherry and Cara come highly recommended as a bridal lash to begin with. But then of course you always hear a lot of MUAs say do individuals, but then individuals don't stay. So I started asking some friends online, you know, ones that I've been to weddings, and these came highly recommended to me by Veggie Beauty. And they are the 217s. They have no graduate length to them, but they're not too long either, so they're actually pretty simple to put on. And when you're fussing about everything else on your wedding day, the last thing you want to worry about is if your lashes look bad. So these are no tricks, just easy. Have you ever gone to the DMV and taken that horrible photo where your face is white or your neck is tan, or you take a great picture with your friends, one small problem, your face is white and your neck is tan? So the last thing you want is too much silicone, too much SPF. So you want to start researching possibly natural foundations. There are some great natural foundations out there. I'm going to recommend White Rabbit Beauty once again because it has a great deal of vegan, paraben-free, gluten-free, all that amazing stuff. I also like Tarte foundations. This one is a chemical-free sun protector. It does have an SPF of 30 if you are doing a Hawaiian or beach style wedding, so you're going to have that little bit of protection, but you're not going to be like more loaded up than you need. Also using a moisturizer with some sun protectant. I'm actually going to be blending the Tarte Baby Tinted Treatment 12-hour primers together in fair and in light to get my Lemon Poppy Natalie Cream bronzer. I go more into contour and bronzer in the previous video, so we'll just do the application more or less today. Just taking the 957 and brushing or buffing this into my cheekbone zone. I don't like to over purse my lips because that makes the cheek come down too far. It also makes the contour come down too far, obviously. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the Tarte Shimmering Peach Airbrush Blush in Maracuja. Let's start over. I'm now going to go ahead and take the Tarte Airbrush Maracuja Blush in the shade Shimmering Peach, which is just a very pretty, almost like souffle style blush to the touch, and it's just a really warm, natural, pretty color. I took the Illamasqua Gleam in the shade Aurora, as in Sleeping Beauty. This is the Too Faced Sweethearts blush in the shade Something About Berry, and I highly recommend in certain areas of the face for the bridal look doing a couple more layers because you know, you're gonna have to wear it all day long. So I'm kind of doubling up on blush for these looks. You don't want to double up on, you know, too much eye primer or too much, you know, foundation or anything like that, because you could get really heavy creasing throughout your face. I made the mistake my very first bridal look, had too much concealer on it, and the poor lady, luckily I was there with a box of tissues and I was just watching her makeup, and luckily I was on standby and I sat there and I just said, I really need to swab your face, I made a big mistake. She thanked me so much for being there and taking care of that and admitting that I did that, because at least she didn't have a problem after that. For lips, I took the Bite Beauty Natural Food Grade Lip Pencil, High Matte Color Lip Pencil, and this is the shade that I'm wearing, Bouquet, and it's actually referring to a bouquet of flavors and why, not bouquet of flowers, but it works in this instance just as well. And that's basically the color. Took the Too Faced Glamour Gloss in Barely Legal. Now, I would recommend probably not taking a tingler gloss or a very low sticky gloss if you want some sheen, because you don't want to burn the groom at the altar with a high plumping gloss, and you don't want your veil to stick to you, so maybe you want to skip the gloss for your final look. It's up to you. Anyways, I do think that this look looks a little better than gloss with gloss in this case, but yeah, once again, choose wisely. I'll see you guys later, and thank you for watching.